Hi everyone, welcome to my Heroic Zul guide. This fight is kind of fun. It's an ad fight. All phase 1 you deal with ads, phase 2 you deal with the boss. So let's go ahead and take a look at the talents. I use Abyssal Strike, Fallout, Flame Crash. Those three are pretty much set in stone. On this fight, you don't need a lot of uptime of DS. Maybe if you're taking the Crushers for a long time, but they don't really hit hard. I'd highly recommend Fracture in this fight. Sigil Chains is really good if you want a little more damage concentrated, but sigils of chains can really group shit together. Spirit Bomb is a must. Now, the last 110 is either going to be between Soul Barrier or Last Resort. I find in phase 2, if you get 20 stacks and healers aren't spamming on you, you're going to die anyways. Even if you have Last Resort, you're going to die after Last Resort procs. So phase 2 is all about healer reliance. So either or, I ran Soul Barrier. I'm probably always going to want Soul Barrier, so that's really up to you. For Azurite, I don't have anything special right now. So I use Rigid, Shimmering Haven, Gemhide, Cycle. Wait. Yeah, I already have a Cycle. Alright, so Thunderous Blast, Shimmering Haven, Gemhide, and Cycle, which isn't really needed here, but it's okay. And Crystalline. The whole idea is with Azurite, you get stuck with what you have. It's nothing really huge. Trinkets I used on this footage. I did not use Gale Colors Boon. I think I used the Plumage on the actual video. The second kill I used Boon Colors and Fathoms. If you want a little more defense, you can use Blockades, but I really don't like Blockades. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the guide. Alright, so here we are. Now, the key to this fight, and I tell you straight up, the easiest way to do this fight, easiest way, is to focus the Hexers and the Crushers down, kill all three of them before the Crusher does his buff. That's the strat that we ended up switching to kill it first and second time. It made the fight a million times easier. So the goal is, on pull, we're just going to AoE everything down. So I'm going to Sigil of Chains the right side of the ads, group them together, pick up the Crusher. We 2-tanked, 4-healed this with 20 people. You don't want to overheal this fight. It's better to have more damage to burn the ads quicker, because all phase 1 is about damage, or ad damage. I think this kill, it took us 3 Crushers to actually push them into phase 2. Our second kill, it took 2 Crushers, so it was a lot quicker. So this is a single target fight. It looks like it's AoE, but this is a single target / cleave fight. This is not a straight AoE fight. So on the pull, I'm going to group both sides together. I'm going to jump in, get initial threat, and pick up the Crusher. The rule of thumb is always tank all the ads on Zul the entire time. Zul himself does not need to be tanked, just the ads. The other tank, my off-tank, co-tank, is going to be tanking the Hexers. I'm going to be tanking the Crushers. Now, this is a lot easier if you have 2 Death Knights. It doesn't have to be the tanks, we just need the grips. If you don't have 2, 1 is doable, it'll work. So we're going to go ahead and pull, group these up, get initial threat, grab the Crusher. I'm going to tank all this on top of Zul. Hexer should be better grouped up, but it's not. So here's okay positioning. The Crusher's going to cleave and everybody has to be aware of it. So make sure you're out of the way and faced outwards away from the raid. So if you look at his energy bar, you need to kill him before he hits 100. This first one's a joke to do. It's really easy. So it's going to die. Pool of Darkness. Tanks can sit in this, but we prefer ranged DPS. That way tanks can still DPS the boss. So now you have quite a bit of free time to burn Zul. You want to get Zul to 40%. Alright, these debuffs have to be taken to the wall. They'll explode with fallout damage, so you don't want to be anywhere near them. And they'll spawn ads. Arcane Torrent, if your horde is pro, to get rid of them. You can single target dispel them as well as a Demon Hunter. So here they are. And right there you saw that I don't know who that is, I can't tell, just use Arcane Torrent. That was the co-tank, the monk. Now the Krogs, you just pick up and passively AoE them down. So the biggest change is going to happen when the Hexers spawn in 4 seconds. Hopefully I look at them. Alright, so basically what we do is there's 2 hexers. We put marks around the room. We use a hunter because you can see where they're spawning before they actually spawn. So the hunter will trap one of them ahead of time, so when it spawns it's automatically trapped. And he's going to call out the symbol like star. And that means the Death Knight, we always assign one Death Knight to do the pull first, and the other Death Knight does a second. Always in that order, so there's no confusion, no wasted cooldowns. So when we're ready, we Death Grip the first Hexer directly on the boss. We DPS it down. The Crusher should be spawning if it hasn't spawned already. Now, it's kind of imperative here that you wait about 4 seconds before you pull it in, because sometimes it bugs, and if both hexers are close to each other, it heals everything. So you want to give about 4 to 5 seconds so it doesn't bug and heal Zool. There it is. We're going to pull it in, interrupt it, and bring it in. Now, it's important right here, he's summoning an Acre. So if this cast gets off, it summons an ad that heals the boss. So what we do is we set up stun rotation. So we're going to stun it so it can't cast it. And then we're going to pull the Crusher in and put him on Zool. Now, the goal is, and I already said this once, I'm going to emphasize it because it's extremely important. This is extremely easy if you can kill this Crusher before he does his cast. So we pull him in and we just burn him. Single target damage. And keep in mind, we were pretty under geared at this point. So his energy's getting pretty full. Alright, now he's dead. So we didn't have to bring him out, and we were clear on the board, and out right there you can see the Hexer spawning, and he already has a trap there. That's what you're supposed to do. So it's already trapped, and we're going to Death Grip the other one in, just like that. And you're going to burn it down on top of Zool. And you want to keep it interrupted. The cast that he does will hit the lowest HP person. So it's like an execute, so you want to never allow her to cast. So we're going to give it half a second. We're going to pull him in. Silence it so we can stack him on the boss. By the way, if you're a DPS or healers or anything, they have ads in the Krogs, make sure they get near the tanks, because if a Crusher's out, I can't run the Crusher through the raid to get him. Alright, so boss is at 46%. We know we're pushing at 40. When you push, you want to make sure there's no Crushers alive. There's either going to be Hexers or Crushers. Always. I'm sure there's a small split second where you can do it with none up. It's extremely difficult. So you want to pick either between Hexers or Crushers. Hexers are better. So right now we don't want to push him until this Crusher's dead. So we're going to pick him up, move him over. And we don't want to push yet. Watch the cleave. Alright, so we're going to get ready to push. So what we're going to do is Bloodlust to make sure we do not get any more Hexers, and it's transition anyways. So right here, all the Crushers dead, we're good. Hexers are spawning. Now you can kill both, you can CC both, or you can just kill one and CC one. We normally just CC one and kill one. Careful that knockback, don't get knocked off. And all through this phase you have to keep soaking the puddles. So I'm going to tank first, or I should be tanking first. I do, alright. So they're going to kill one Hexer, we're going to keep the other one CC'd, I'm going to tank. You want to keep it towards the middle of the room, not the edges. So he puts this blood dot on you that does an insane amount of damage. You need to switch at 3. And they really hurt, so you have to make sure your healers are ready for it and just spam on you. So how I do this is I call a symbol, and so the healer knows, and we're going to cheese this with a bop. So they know where I'm going, so they know where to bop me and where to heal me. So I call out nipple, I jump over. Now I call out for a bop. There it is. So whenever your debuff falls off, you leave a puddle. If you die, you drop a puddle where you were. If you get bopped, you drop it where you get bopped. If it just ticks out and you stay alive, it drops there. This here, by the way, is you're going to try to commit suicide. It has fall off damage, it has to be cleansed away from the party, and the ads have to be dispelled. Let's see. Alright, so you get cleansed before you jumped, and here's the ads respawning. So right here is all about standing in circles and just burning the boss down before everybody dies. Alright, he's at 3 stacks. I'm going to taunt, and he's going to try to bring it over there near the other one. I'm going to move away because they're going to get dispelled and do a lot of fall off damage. Oh, I think he jumped off. I think he fell off the cliff, actually. Yeah, Blood Elves are broken for this, by the way. At least on Mythic it doesn't matter. Or it probably won't matter. So I have 4 stacks because he didn't taunt. I'm probably going to die here. Yep. But that's really it. Like, phase 2 is all about attrition. The hardest part of the phase 2 is simply keeping the tanks alive with the dots, because it hits really hard. And then dispelling the people when they're away from other people. And that's really it. That's Xul. So basically it's all about single target damage. Kill the ads quick enough. If you can, it's a joke. If you can't, this is a real pain. So if you have any questions, please leave in the comments, and thank you for watching.